The hidden story of Goomba in the Mario Party series is very fascinating. Born out of the wet earths of crazy cutters, Goomba was taken in by King Bowser himself, and after getting raised with him a bit, he grew quite fond of him and even followed his orders on helping him track down some Mario Party players. He set up camp firstly on Peach's birthday cake, where he was initiating a lottery system to where the grand prize was visiting the great ruler, the great Koopa King himself, Bowser. And we can see that this Goomba in particular is very happy to be a part of Bowser's team, as the only way you can see Bowser is by picking the winning lottery ticket. Very interesting stuff. However, after Mario Party 1 happened, he then has decided that he's made enough money from these chumps in order to buy himself a own little home. And where does he build it? Well, he built it none other than in Mario Land, which we can see in Mario Party 2, where Goomba has set up many homes all across the different maps. And what does he do here? Well, he does what he does best. He goes around initiating battles, because he's a thrill seeker at heart. Whenever a battle game gets initiated, he comes on down, collects everyone's money, and we witness one of Goomba's many fascinating battle games. And afterwards, he distributes the coins out to everybody. All the winners, I should say. And this trend continues on into Mario Party 3, where we can see Goomba again doing the same thing. However, Goomba has a very interesting role in this one. Well, first off, not only does Goomba get a promotion in this one, to where his face is now on a square, so you can see he's rising up in the ranks here, but he's also assigned a partner now in the duel mode of this game. He is assigned to Luigi, and he witnessed something fascinating there. Luigi starts gambling over in a Game Guy's casino, and he starts winning big. This inspires Goomba, that he can easily make some quick cash and inspire others to have the same winning experience that Luigi just had. And this is what inspires him all the way into Mario Party 4, where we see him and a whole bunch of other people such as Shy Guy, Toad, Boo, and Koopa all get together around this massive cube and sets up a whole grand party for everybody, where Goomba has built himself a grand casino within the cube. And this casino is one of the best winning experiences and also one of the most rigged experiences as well. And why did he do all this? To celebrate the crew's birthday, of course. He wanted to do something special, so he wanted to give everyone a winning experience. And he even got everyone birthday presents. Of course, you had to beat Goomba at his very rigged minigame for it, but still, it was a very nice experience that he and all his pals did. And eventually, once the cube was gone, he went back to normal. Or as normal as you can get, because as soon as he went to bed that night, to find himself in, was in a strange little ball with none of his friends in sight, except for Koopa Troopa. But everyone else seriously isn't in here. And after hours and hours of waiting and waiting, finally, he got to moving out of that area, and he found himself in the hands of Boo once again, emerged. And what does he do there? Well, he just throws him onto the ground and lets him do his job. Whenever someone lands on his space, they exchange all coins with someone at random. This, of course, is Goomba's greatest wish, is to be able to switch people's coins at will. Now, after waking up from that dream, this completely inspires Goomba in order to go pursue his passion of collecting money from other people. So, what does he do? As he goes into Mario Party 6, he gets trapped into a real-life orb this time. But this time, it's more of a symbolic free will, because at this point, he's able to force people to do a dice roll and take their coins and give them to the person who summoned them. Of course, he did charge a little bit of a fee, of course, which is hidden in the shop, but still, he does it from time to time. And with that, all that experience with money clouding his mind, once Mario Party 7 rolled around, something new and something interesting happened. Wanted to start making money himself, so what did he do? He set up a shop over in Bowser's Kingdom. Now, I was debating whether this Goomba could be the one, but then because there is another Goomba who sets up shop in the desert level in Pyramid Parks. But since that one does speak a little bit weirdly, and since we know this Goomba in particular really loves Bowser, it has to be this Goomba. Because look at him with the little Bowser hat. How could it not be him? He sets up shop there, and he starts making a killing over it in Bowser's amusement park. And with all that money at hand, however, in one particular instance, he was forced to partake in some mini games over in Mario Party 7, and this is where something strange happened. In the minigame Royal Rumpus, he was one of the mini Goombas that swarm in there, and he actually had to get squashed by some of the people. But what they didn't know was this actually opened up Goomba's third eye once he gets squashed, resulting in some nice, interesting powers for him. This caused this Goomba to be able to wield things with his mind now. Now this becomes very important because the next time we see in this kind of Goomba is in Mario Superstar Baseball, where he takes up his love for sports and actually is able to participate in his favorite one. And we know it's this particular Goomba just because this is the very first time that any sort of special Goomba is playable in any way like this, which I find super interesting. And we know he's not a threat to anybody based on his motives back in Mario Party Advance, where he's just a very helpful Goomba, willing to befriend anybody at that point. Now, this is where his story takes a turn, because after Mario Superstar Baseball happened, and he lived out his dream, he realized he needs to go dream even bigger, and explore new worlds and new lands, explore all their riches, resulting him to become a pirate. And the next time we see him is at Mario Party 8, where he's Captain Goomba, and he's guarding his treasure hoard. And what's interesting is that he wants to protect his treasure, however, he's willing to give us our most precious treasure, which is a star. So he's not all bad, which is very interesting. And what does he use his wealth for? Well, he uses all that wealth to open up his next latest shop, which is located in Wario City, found in Mario Super Sluggers. And this is where we see that this Goomba has made it to the big times. He opened up his shop in a pretty well respected area, and he's able to not only have he kept up his love of baseball, but his stats have improved slightly, and we could see that he is very happy to be playing baseball, which I find super interesting. Now, unfortunately, this is where Goomba's relevancy in Mario games comes to a nosedive. At that point, they don't use Goomba for anything. Next time we see Goomba in any kind of Mario Party and or sports game is literally just in Mario Party DS, where we see him just be a soccer. Where he just is a soccer player. Not even a soccer player, he just kicks soccer balls at us. And we can still see that he's using his psychokinetic powers for it, so no wonder why he was banned in the Mario soccer games, because he would have just been too overpowered. And this is where Goomba's story would come to an end if it weren't for the greatest revival of the Mario Party series, Super Mario Party, where Goomba makes his triumphant return back into Mario Party series, and this time he gets the biggest promotion of all. He becomes a playable character. Good for Goomba, and good for Goomba fans to finally be able to live through him. Even though his dice is one of the worst in the games, and even though for the first 4 turns of the game, he'll roll nowhere. But despite all that, Bowser still loves him, and even when the Mario Superstars came by, it even gave Goomba his special job back of being the lottery shop guy. And his love of Bowser is still prepared to his day. And that's where he will stand up until Jamboree, where he goes visit his more successful younger brother. Be sure to subscribe for it, and if you enjoyed this one actually, let me know if you guys want me to do other lore videos on other Mario Party characters, because I have looked into it and some of them are pretty interesting. Till next time guys though.